Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, today we're going to collect a very cheap EV that I've just bought for £1,500. What I've bought is a 2011 Mitsubishi i-MiEV. How exciting. Now the name i-MiEV is an acronym. It stands for Mitsubishi Intelligent Electric Vehicle, I think. Anyway, it's the same as the Peugeot Ion and the Citroen C0. It's basically just a badge engineering exercise. They're all built in the same factory in Japan and then badged as various things. Now I know what you're thinking, this is hardly gripping edge of your seat entertainment, but bear with me. The i-MiEV, you see, was one of the first mass market EVs to go on sale, and it had a range of about 90 miles when it was new. So, what are we now, 2025? So 14 years later, let's see what its true range is. I'm guessing it's nowhere near 90 miles. In fact, I think we'll be lucky if it's half that. This was kind of the problem with early EVs. They just weren't very good. I mean, take a look at the Mark 1 Nissan Leaf. Not only did it look weird and ugly, but it also had a terrible range. And thanks to the fact that battery technology was kind of in its infancy, the range just didn't fare well over the next few years. If you have a look on Autotrader, it's not uncommon to find a Mark 1 Nissan Leaf with a range of like 25 miles. It's just neither use nor ornament to, well, to anyone. So I'm quite intrigued to see what this MiEV's range is like. Hopefully it's still all right. And I've paid just £1,500 for this, and I'm thinking it's probably worth maybe £3,000, £3,500 maybe. So I don't know what it needs. It might need tyres, it might need a little bit of paint work. We'll see. Although I'm not a big EV fan, as I've mentioned in many videos, I just thought at £1,500, it's definitely worthy of a video, isn't it? And there's probably some profit in it. And in fairness, they are quite a rare car. I mean, that's probably due to the fact that it's got a face only its mother could love. But still, rare's rare. You know what's funny? When these cars first came out, Mitsubishi announced that the price would be around £38,000. 38 grand for this little hateful, awkward looking EV with a poor range. Now in the end, before they actually sold a single one, they reduced the price to just under £30,000 to make it a bit more attractive. But still, $29,995 for this little OAP wagon. It's no wonder they're rare, really. Hardly anybody bought them. In fact, a lot of these were sold to local councils and stuff. Our local traffic warden's got one, for example. So now whenever I see one, I always think, oh, did I put a ticket on that car? Gives me a bit of PTSD. But still now, thanks to depreciation, they're no longer a 30k car. They're now a £1,500 car. So we'll see what this one's like, shall we? I haven't actually seen it in the flesh yet, only photographs, and it looks all right. It's silver, it's got a black cloth interior. Obviously it's automatic because it's an EV. And this particular one hasn't done many miles either. Can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I think it's done about 25,000 miles, so it's quite low. Anyway, let's go and have a look, shall we? I am genuinely a little bit excited about this one because, not that I think it'll be any good, but I've never driven one. I always get excited at the thought of driving a car that I've never driven before, so there's that. Took that speed up a little bit too quick in my Subaru Impreza. Is anyone going to let me go? Nope. You're not? Nope. Disco Man? Nope. Golf Man? No. What about 211 Man? No. Chevrolet Man, there we go. Gracias. Right, I shall see you there. Right, well, I've just been to the garage to get the keys for it. One of my colleagues has picked it up for me and left it in the car park. So we've got one blade key and one remote key. That's all right, we're off to a flying start. There it is. It's left me a bit speechless, that. What an unattractive car. How tragic. You know what, it looks like a concept car. I don't mean that in a good way, really. It looks like a Tata Nano. I've got to drive this. Okay then. What can I tell you about it? It's silver. It's got 4 wheels, 4 doors. It's from Scotland originally with its SK plate. Don't know how many hours it took them to get down from Scotland, charging every 40 minutes, but that's another story. We've got an aerial, we've got a rear view mirror, we've got door mirrors. Very high spec. We've got weird 3-spoke alloys, which look a bit scuffed, so I might have to get those refurbished. I mean, it looks quite tidy on the bright side. What have we got down this side? We've got a satellite dish. Is it bad that I'm more interested in the satellite dish? Right, well, I suppose we better check this out then using Car Vertical, hadn't we? Do a little Car Vertical report on it. Now, it's really important that you're doing these checks before you hand over any cash for a used car or motorbike. Now, because I bought this from a local main dealer, I haven't had my invoice for it yet. So if there is a problem, I can flag it with them and get some sort of discount. I'm hoping it's all right though. So it's really easy to use. All you do is go to carvertical.com, and I'll leave the link below in the video description, and then type in the reg or the VIN. In this case it is Sierra Kilo 11 Voy, V-O-Y, which in Spanish means I go, just not very far. Anyway, this will only take a couple of minutes now, and we'll have a full detailed report. So this will tell us whether it's ever been stolen, written off, had a mileage drawback, or has it done in finance on it. In addition to that, it's got the full MOT history, the average market value, the ownership changes, reg plate changes. So it's a really thorough check. And also, this is an interesting point, it works in 35 different countries, so it isn't just a UK thing. So for example, if you've had a bump in Bulgaria or a crash in Croatia, this will tell us. Sometimes as well, if it has been involved in an accident, it even shows you photographs of the recorded damage. So it is a really thorough tool. It doesn't take long to generate the report. As you can see, it is now ready to view. Before we view though, I should tell you that if you want to do one of these checks for yourself and you want to save yourself 20% off each and every check that you do, use my promo code HIGHPEAK. That's HIGHPEAK, all one word, HIGHPEAK, for 20% off. And you can use that code as many times as you like. Right, so our little MiEV is a 2011 electric. Never had a mileage rollback, no, it's done in finance, no recorded damage, and it's had 3 owners. Never been stolen, surprise. At its last MOT, which was done in May last year, it had done 26,000 miles, and it's done about 2,000 miles a year, so it's not had much use really. No finance, no damage, that's all good. The average market price for such a vehicle is £3,900, so there is some profit in this, you know, even if I have to get the wheels done and whatever else it needs. So it is an automatic silver MiEV, CO2 emissions 0. That's probably the only good thing about it. So the ownership changed in 11, then again in 20, then again in 23. Are there any advisory items on the last MOT? Let's have a look. Go down to the most recent MOT then. Okay, there's a minor advisory here for a track rod end ball joint dust cover damaged. That's nothing, is it? And advised front tyre slightly damaged or cracking. Near side and offside. So, okay, 2 front tyres. Well, they'll be about £30 each on that, won't they? They'll be tiny. So, right, we better have a look then, haven't we? Let me park up somewhere. I'll give you a full tour. Tell you what, we'll park up next to my car then, and that way nobody damages it. Perfect. Right, let's go and look at this MiEV. Are you excited? I actually am a little bit. Astra's not a bad looking car actually. That looks alright, doesn't it? Better than that anyway. Look at the state of this. What can I tell you then? Well, it looks like an old Sky dish. Anyway, we should probably talk about the car, shouldn't we? Bodywork wise looks okay. Panel gaps are alright. No dents, no sign of paint work. Some cobwebs there, so it needs a bit of a clean. The wheels could do with being refurbished because they're all scuffed around the outside. Tyres, oh yeah, they're cracking. Look at the state of those. So we need 2 new front tyres then. The tread's okay, but they're very old. They could well be the originals actually. The backs are okay. No crack in there, we're all good. Yeah, I think we're all good there. But again, the wheels need refurbishing, so we'll get those done, I think. What else can I tell you about the front? Not an awful lot. There's not much to see, is there? Oh yeah, that's terrible actually. Really cracked. Right, so we'll get 2 new tyres then. They're only 15s, so they won't be expensive. Wheel refurbs will set me back £300. So we're sort of up to 360 now with the 2 tyres. Bodywork down this side's all right as well. It's quite straight. No dents in the roof. That's all good. No scuffs anywhere. No sign of any filler. It's all quite original actually. Moving around the back. Again, that's all right. Phoenix Mitsubishi then are a main dealer in Edinburgh, is that? I guess it is. I've never been, but I think that's an Edinburgh postcode. This one's 4 tyres. Look at the state of those as well. Right, so we'll treat it to a set of tyres. Does my remote locking work then? Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, it does. What have we got in the back? In the back, it's very clean, this actually. It smells clean. Got some more cobwebs down there. You can just see them glistening in the sunshine. Got electric windows. And in the back we've got, there's no parcel shelf, but it shouldn't have one anyway because there's nowhere to put it. We've got a very small boot, charging lead. That's about it really, isn't it? Very basic car. Up front then, what have we got? We'll pop this mirror out. Needs a bit of a clean, but it's all right. Where do you fill it up with electricity? Why was there no... There was no resistance there when I popped that. It's weird, isn't it? Oh, why have we got two? Do anyone know? Neither of them open. I always thought this was a designed originally as an EV, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's some sort of petrol car that they've converted. Well, it's very basic and typical of Mitsubishi. All the plastics are very scratchy, very cheap. Got a bonnet badge there that needs to be stuck back down. Got an aftermarket radio. Service history. I don't suppose there's much to service really on a MiEV. I imagine it's had a couple anyway. The PDI at Mitsubishi. Ah, look at this. So it's got 5 Mitsubishi service stamps until 2016 at 12,000 miles. Not really sure. Oh, and then 3 more. Handwritten, but still better than nothing. Got some more there as well. ECU reprogramming in 2020. An airbag recall. Okay. Got some receipts there as well for various things. Okay, well that's good. Someone's looked after it at least. I mean, mechanically, you might not have replaced the tyres, but I can always do that. It's no big deal. We've got original i-MiEV mats. Sorry guys, I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel with this, aren't I? We've got electric mirrors. Ah, that's why the mirror was a bit reluctant to go out. Yeah, that didn't sound good, did it? I shouldn't have forced that. So in terms of range then, we've got 40 miles left and we've got about 5/8 of a tank. If you can see that, I'm not sure if it's too bright. Are we ready to go? Are we on? Oh, 29 miles now. Why have we suddenly lost 11 miles? That's not great, is it? 30 miles from just over half a tank. Saying that, it's better than I thought. Try the air conditioning, shall we? Set that to low. There we go. Okay, well, straight away then, there's not an awful lot to do on the bright side. Wheel refurbs and 4 tyres. And I suppose just a general check over and make sure the brakes and everything are all right. We don't need to gas the air conditioning because it's ice cold, so that's good. I suppose then, we're going to take this for a bit of a spin, hadn't we? Down here then, we've got proper gear selector. B and C. I think C is eco actually. Not sure about B. Maybe like brake regen, maybe like a Prius. We'll leave it in D for now. This miles, or this range thing, it fluctuates massively. We're up to 34 miles now, and we haven't even moved. Right, we've got auto lights. Select those to auto then. It's actually not a bad little thing. Oh, we've got a heated seat, look at that. It's not a bad little thing then, this really, is it? Ah, we've got another lever here for the... wonder what this one is then. How strange. Right, we'll take this for a bit of a drive then. Just remembered my other camera is in my Subaru, so I need to go and get that out. And then I'll put my seatbelt on, obviously. Bear with me a second. Okay then, we're belted up. I've got my camera. We're all good to go. Let's see what this little MiEV drive's like, shall we? My guess is it'll be like every other electric car. It'll be nice and quiet. It'll feel quite brisk to 30, and then that'll be about it. They're sort of one-trick ponies, aren't the EVs? Well, so far it's Nice and quiet. Feels quite smooth. Feels quite quick to 20. Lots of loose bits in here. My Mitsubishi badge is flying all over the shop. Oh yeah. That's quite quick actually. Must be careful with my old perished tyres though. Don't want to get a blowout. Oh yes. That's quite quick. Quite impressed. I had to stop myself there before I said anything too complimentary. You know what? As a little city runaround, this would be okay, wouldn't it? I suppose. There are worse. There are worse cars. I mean, the trouble is because the range is so bad. You're talking 50, 60, yeah, 50, 55, 60 miles from a full tank of electricity. You're always tethered quite close to your house, aren't you? If you just literally just pop to the shops and back, or you know, to the gym or something, then it would do. It'd be all right. You'd have to have it as a second car, though, wouldn't you? I suppose this is what a lot of people did with early EVs. I know a few people who bought brand new Nissan Leafs back in 2011, 2012, but they only had them as a second car. Because the minute you need to go slightly further, then you're screwed, really. These early EVs as well don't have a quick charge, so it'll take ages. This is actually surprisingly all right. Quite impressed with the little imiev. None of the local council use them, is it really? If you had a fleet of these, you could just rotate them, couldn't you? When one person finishes a shift, stick it on charge, and then take the new one out. Having said that, at £30,000 each, no one would really have that luxury, would they? It's only the councils that would do that to push their green agenda and spend taxpayers' money. It's all right though, this. I don't hate it. Also, when you're in it, you forget how hideously ugly it is. Right, we've got loose wheel nuts in the glove box that are rattling around that are slightly irritating. And we've got a remote control for, well, I assume that. I don't know why you need a remote control for it. But we have one anyway. I hate to say it, guys, but I'm slightly warm into this. I suppose, you know, really, it would be ideal for my commute. I only do like 8 miles a day or 10 miles or something. Be all right, wouldn't it? I think what we'll do then, because there's not an awful lot to do to this, we need to get it to Prestige wheels and get the wheels refurbished, get them powder coated. Need to take it to my mechanic and get 4 new tyres ordered and ask them to do a general sort of check over and make sure it's all right. Give it a fresh MOT and then we're good to go. So I think 4 tyres, they're going to be £40 each, I suppose, aren't they? That's £160 plus the wheel refurb at £330. Oh, that's nice. Nice 6 Series. Forgot what I was saying. £330 on the wheel refurbs, £160 on the tyres. So we're into £490 there. Plus an MOT at £40, 5 something. Let me give myself a budget of £750 with this. £750. Then it'll owe me £250. And I'm pretty sure I could get 3495, 3795, 3995 maybe. So there's at least £1,200 profit margin, which would be pretty good, wouldn't it? It's quite good on hills, this, although it does zap the range. Instant torque, of course, from its electric motor. I assume as well, I'm not sure, not au fait with these, but I think it'll just have one electric motor powering the front wheels. It's actually all right. I remember years ago, I always used to read Quentin Wilson's motoring column. I think it was in The Sun. It was the only reason to buy The Sun, really, back then. And he ran one of these, used it on like the school run and stuff. I think he had the Citroen C0 version, but it's essentially the same car. I remember him talking about it and raving about it. And at the time I was like, really? Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Leave this with me. Let me go and order my tyres and book it in with Prestige wheels in Bredbury. Get those done. And yeah, send it for a valet and we're away. I might change the reg. Should I change the reg plates? The original Phoenix Mitsubishi plates. Maybe I'll leave them. Maybe. Anyway, right. This should be quite a quick turnaround. Give me a week or so, and this will be ready for sale. Not sure how long it'll take to sell, because EVs famously don't sell that quickly. They're not all that popular. People are worried, rightly so, about the battery health and all that stuff. Although having said that, a price range little EV, that might do. I know lots of people who this would actually work for. Oh, F-Type. I know a lot of people who this would actually work for. You know, I've got aunties and stuff who don't do many miles. This would kind of be ideal, really. Okay, right. Leave this with me then. Thank you for watching, and I'll have an update for you very soon. And we're back in my cheap Mitsubishi i-MiEV, which is probably one of the worst names in the automotive world. Can't think of a worse name, really. i-MiEV. Why don't they just give it a name? Saying that, it's better than the Mitsubishi Charisma, wasn't it, which was the dullest car on the planet. Ironically, I think it was the least charismatic car I've ever been in. Or you've got the Skoda Rapid, which was, well, slow and dull. It was anything but rapid. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent now, but my little MiEV is now all fully prepared for sale. And I don't tell anyone this, but I quite like it. I don't like the way it looks. It looks incredibly nerdy. It's got a face only its mother could love, but I quite like the way it drives. It's just quite a good little city car, providing of course the city isn't that big because the range isn't that great. But anyway, it's now all fully prepared and ready for sale. I've had the wheels refurbished at Prestige Wheels in Bredbury. I've had all 4 tyres in fact, let me tell you what happened. So after we last spoke, what did I do? I took it to my mechanics for an MOT. So it passed its MOT. There's now not a single advisor item and it's got 12 months ticket, so it's all good. While it was down there, I asked them to order 4 brand new tyres for it. So they ordered 4 brand new tyres, they checked the size of one of the fronts, and that was that. When they arrived though, it turns out this has got kind of different size wheels on the front than the back. I'm guessing it's for efficiency reasons. Anyway, 2 of the tyres had to go back, and then 2 brand new tyres had to come back out. Anyway, we've got 4 brand new tyres, so once it had passed its MOT, I loaded the tyres into the boot and drove it to Prestige Wheels in Bredbury. They repaired the scuff wheels and powder coated them, so they now look as good as new. After that, they fitted the 4 brand new tyres that I'd left for them in the boot. So that was done. From there, then it went round the corner to Tameside Detailing for a full valet, because if you remember, it was a bit grubby. And again, they've done a really good job. And that, I think, is about it. So, although it didn't need much work, I still have spent quite a bit on this. I'm just trying to work it out in my head. What we'll do next, I think, is park it up somewhere scenic and I'll talk you through my costs. We'll get my calculator out and we'll work out exactly to the penny how much this cheap MiEV now owes me. Bear in mind, I paid just £1,500 for it, so it was quite cheap. It now owes me 2 something. Probably 2, not quite 2.5, but like 2.3, 2.4, something like that. And I'm pretty sure though I can get 3.5 grand for this, maybe 3.95, because it is incredibly tidy now. In fact, there was another job that I had to do. I got it back to the garage and I fitted the Mitsubishi badge back to the front. If you remember, the badge was just resting here. So I got some sticky pads that we stick normal plates on with and stuck it back down. And of course, when I say I mean my colleague James. I was there though, of course. I played a crucial role in it. I stood back like 2 meters and made sure it was level and straight. What do you reckon then? Do you think I've got some profit in this or not? Have I got it wrong? I got it back to the valeters this morning and the range was completely empty. So I've had it plugged in at work in the showroom for about 4 or 5 hours, just in a domestic socket, and it gave me just over a quarter of a tank. So if you're the kind of person who does a lot of miles and needs to charge the car quickly, then the little i-MiEV is not for you. There's one job left to do actually to this that I'd forgotten all about. That's the tracking. I need to run it over to Quick Fit in Hyde, see my pal Chris, and get him to sort this mess out. Anyway, that'll cost me about 40 or 50 pounds, and that is the cherry on the cake. The cherry on the little Japanese cake. It is quite a pleasant car to drive though. I've got ice cold air conditioning, it's nice and solid over the bumps. Seats are quite comfortable. I'm really selling this to myself, aren't I? Who knows, it might end up being kept because I can't find a buyer. We shall see. Right, leave the engine running because there isn't one. Right then, it started out life at £1,500. Now the bill at Prestige Wheels to refurbish the wheels and powder coat them silver, that was £330. So shout out to Prestige Wheels in Bredbury because they've done another great job. The 4 tyres at my mechanics and the MOT and the general check over, that was, hang on, let me get my bill up. That was £328 and 4 pence. Okay. See how the costs soon rack up. Then on top of that, we've got £70 for a valet. I didn't bother replacing the reg plates because they're original Mitsubishi Edinburgh plates. So I thought I'll just keep those. Is that it? Valet, tyres, MOT. I think that's it. The badge, that didn't cost me anything. So then, my grand total, you ready for this? My grand total is £2,228 and 4 pence. So if we can get between 3.5 and 4 grand for it, That gives me a profit of between £12.50 and £17.50. Pre-tax, pre-VAT, pre-everything else. But that's not bad going, is it really? Be quite happy with that. And yeah, we've smartened up a car and made something quite presentable out of something that looked a little bit unloved. In fact, I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got another 40 or 50 pounds here for the tracking. But still, there's in excess of £1,000 profit, so that's good going. Quite happy with that. Very good. Right, well on that happy note then, I'm going to spin this around and get it back to the garage before I run out of electricity. So I shall see you later. Thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. I'll leave the links below. But yeah, cheers guys. I'll see you next time.